Hi, Bill Rice, Utah Property Solutions. Okay, so you've just moved out of your house because you bought a new one and you want to turn your previous one into a rental. Or maybe you've just bought a property wanting to turn it into a rental. But you're thinking to yourself, what do I need to do to get this property ready to rent? What's the standards that I have to meet? What's a renter going to expect when they move into a property? Well, we can help you with that. So what we do is we provide owner walkthrough videos. What we do with that is we're just going to tour your property and we're going to point out the things that need to be done to get it rent ready. And along the way, we're going to explain some of the reasons that we do certain things. Okay, let's have a look at this property. Okay, so the owner of this property actually moved out of state for a job and he's just turning it into a rental. So let's look at the outside first. The landscaping is actually in pretty darn good shape. We will need to maintain it while it's vacant. We had it mowed today and we've been spraying some weeds and things like that. We will need to do a power washing in the front. This is kind of the first impression that renters will come, potential renters, and we want to make sure it looks nice. There's cobwebs and things in the corners, so we'll just want to take care of that. And then along the way, we're going to talk about a thing that's called deferred maintenance, and you can see up there along that trim that it's pretty much the finish is gone on it. And that's something that needs to be done sooner than later. But maybe in the next year or so, we'll get you some rent coming in, some income, and then we'll look at things like that. So that's kind of our deferred maintenance stuff. Okay, so this trash can is full, and we'll want to make sure that that gets dumped before a renter comes in so they have a nice trash can that's ready to use. All right, let's come on around back now. All right, in the backyard, there is a few things that we need to have a look at. We do have quite a few weeds under here that we'll need to address and remove. They were sprayed today and then we're gonna remove them. We wanna make sure we set a good expectation for a renter of what the condition needs to be in. Okay, right over here, we wanna look at this right here. This is one of those solar lights and it's seen better days anyway, but we wanna remove anything like that. Because what's going to happen with that, the lifespan isn't very long. If we provide it, we need to make sure we maintain it. So we'd have to buy new ones. So we don't want to do that. So we're just going to remove things like that. There's a few of those in the property. A couple of more over on that side. But other than that, this looks pretty good. We'll just make sure it's maintained. The weeds are kept under control. And then let's kind of come up the deck. And this is another one of those deferred maintenance things. You can tell the finish is about gone on this. I would recommend that we actually do this before winter. And this is a really good time to do it. Also, this is not deferred. This is something we need to do right away. That just needs to be tightened up. That's a liability thing. We're always looking at potential liability things, safety issues. Let's come on inside and have a look. Okay, we're in the entryway, and right off to the left here is a room that you can use for library or front room or something like that. What we're looking at here is we've got some patch and paint. We're going to talk quite a bit about that. Almost every room will have this. This is things that were hung on the wall. Just a little bit of a scratch there. We've got a little little hanger thing that's right there we'll still need to take out. The condition of this, other than that, is good. We'll need a touch-up cleaning like we do after everything else is done. But other than that, this room looks pretty good. Okay, let's come on down the entryway, past the stairs into the living room or family room area. And we're gonna have the similar things here. We've got on the wall there that's got a few patch and paint items, some cleaning here, and whatever doesn't clean we'll paint over. As we work our way around, blinds usually need to be cleaned, those shutters as well. We will need to make sure there's screens on every window. This one has one, so we're good. The fireplace, we'll want to make sure that it's in working condition. TV mounts we don't provide. We will take that down and patch and paint. The reason being is it's kind of a liability issue. Someone puts their television up there and the thing fails and it comes off, then we're kind of liable for it. So we'll take it down and patch and paint. They'll probably put another one up, but that's okay because they provided it and then it's their risk and not ours. So we work our way down in here into the dining room. Again, they moved out of state and they left a lot of things that they just couldn't take. So this is what we call abandoned property or personal property that was left. And we'll just have all this cleared out. There's more over here, and it was kind of collected through the property, okay? And then right, if you see up there, there's kind of a little personal touch up on that wall. We'll want to remove that. We want to remove anything that's kind of a personal nature. We want to return the property to kind of the way it was before anybody moved in, as close as we can. If we come into the kitchen, what we're looking for is usually in kitchens is a lot of things that need maintenance. Sometimes the cupboards don't open or close properly. We have a broken drawer, the fridge. We just want to document. We have these little dents, which is fine. There's nothing we can do about them, but we want to just document those going forward. And then if you come into the fridge, you can see that it needs some cleaning, which is typical. Okay, and then we come around, and this has had some grime on that we'll need to get off, and then also in the pantry itself we'll need some cleaning. Okay, if we come around here, the stove will need some cleaning, the oven. Actually, that oven looks pretty good. The top one got used. Then if we come around here, we usually have to check under the sinks. We'll have usually some property that was left there, some cleaning supplies, that kind of thing, hand soap. Those are things that we want to clean out of a property. We want it empty. What we say with our properties is if we could lift it up and turn around upside down and give it a few shakes, whatever falls out doesn't belong. So we want to just simplify the property that way. Okay, let's kind of keep moving, and we'll move in this way. Let's see, we got a half bath here, little mud area. We'll just need, it's usually typical, it gets a little bit of wear there where people put their shoes. So we want to make sure that's cleaned or painted. And if we come into the half bath, we want to make sure all the plumbing works. And then we have things like this and some more personal property that we'll just want to remove. And this, we'll want to take this shelf down. It's not on there that well. And while we're doing patch and paint, we're just going to, again, simplify it, take that off and patch and paint it, and it's gone. We do have in here a little more patch and paint on the walls. And then we have a towel ring right here that's loose, and we'll need to reattach it to the wall. Okay, let's move on. All right, in the garage here, there's some things that we'll want to look at. Always try the garage door. We're always concerned about what kind of storage we have and whether it's attached really well and whether we have any liability issues. This one's nice and secure, so we'll leave this. Here's some materials that go with the property. We always like to have paint. We'll leave that. And as we scan around, we see this a lot in properties. We have hooks on the walls and the ceilings up there, things that are nice to store things, hang things. But we will remove all this because, again, it's a liability issue. If they're not, this one's already coming out. It's already coming from the wall. Somebody hangs something on that, falls off on someone, hits a car. We provided it. It's a potential liability. So we'll just remove those things. Okay, there's some more abandoned property that was left, and we're just gonna make sure that gets cleared out. And then we'll make sure the garage is clean and ready to go. All right, so that's how our walkthrough videos work. So we're more than willing to do this for you. Just give us a call and we'll set something up. Thank you.